Can you see me?
Yes, yes, I can see you. Welcome, Vivek.
What's up?
What's up? Someone is joining. I think say hi to everyone. If your viewers,
Hello,
let's say.
guys. Hello. I don't think there'll be a lot of people to watch me, but still, whoever is there who's taken the time to come and watch this, thank you so much, guys, for joining in. And I hope you guys find this like an interesting session.
Yeah, we'll
And
make
do
it
stay,
interesting.
Yeah, do stay.
Okay. To get on with Vivek, Vivek. If many of us know Vivek, but to as thing. So we have Vivek as a communication specialist. He's also a co-founder of WeConsult. Welcome, Vivek, to Talk with Koushal Films, episode 5. Welcome on behalf of Koushal Vibes. Glad to have you here.
Thank you so much, Aaron. It's such a pleasure to join you. I hope this is going to be a fun session. Thank you.
Yes. Before starting, okay. So like normally you post interviews and things like that. So how do you feel to be here? How is your feeling to be on Koushal Vibes?
कपिल शर्मा के शो में आके आपको कैसा लगता है? आपने कभी सोचा था? Typical that question. But yeah, it's very different to be on the other side, definitely, because not quite often you feel so important enough to be on the side to be interviewed. So usually you're on the side asking the questions, and that's what you're good doing. So I think that's what gives me more pleasure, being on the questioning side. But for a change, and for all the viewers watching, probably being on the answering side is also going to be a great experience. Wilbert has joined, Alden is here, Elvin is here.
Welcome everyone.
Thank you.
There are a lot of your viewers joining. Hi to everyone. Errol is here. RJ Errol, my previous.
Your last guest, RJ Errol, Errol is my senior in college, and he's a source of inspiration for all of us. He's an amazing person. A great friend.
Good. It was good time talking with him as well in the previous episode. It was very nice. So to start on with, my first question to you. Okay, so from failing in second PUC to now starting a company of your own, how does it all happen? How has the journey been to you?
It's like definitely a very interesting journey, I'd say. Like you rightly said, from not being able to clear my 10+2 in 2 attempts to today probably having a small company of my own, and I take great pride in saying that I don't talk about my work much, so at least not with friends. So many of them do not know that what work do we do and what work I do. But then I'm happy that we have been able to kind of in whatever little way we can help our clients, we are able to do justice to them, we are able to help them, do our best to them, and they are seeing the value in it, and we are continuing to help and work with so many clients and so many brands. So that journey from not being able to clear your 10+2 to coming here has definitely been a great amazing journey, and I just believe that it's just phases and matter of time. So that was a phase. This is a phase. I hope.
Someone is saying Vivek is an all-rounder.
That's right.
Yeah, he's actually an all-rounder.
It's a round in all ways. But yes. To answer your question, Narel, it feels great. It's come with a lot of hard work, and possibly it can come with it can grow much more with more hard work and more blessings and more effort. And the goal is always that to better yourself every day. So
okay. So like during your maybe as I asked you, like from failing in second PUC, there might be some things which you didn't want to and you did it, when you have a society where we live, and a lot of and your mom is from the political background, so people will be visiting you and all those things. So you might have some pressure, like fear of the shame or something
totally,
like that,
Totally. Yes, a lot of humiliation is a big thing. Especially if you are a reason to get disgrace, or to even for your parents to feel bad. Not disgrace is a very harsh word. I'd rather say for your parents to kind of feel sad or bad, then you should not be in that place. Especially when my mother is such a well-known person, and it was rightly, like you rightly pointed out, and I should tell you that when I did not pass my 10+2, I had maths as a subject that I did not clear. So the funny part is the first attempt I did not work really very hard because I tell people also that 10th standard is the last time I passed in math. After that, my first PU was pure aggregate. I was just pushed because of the aggregate, and then in the second PU I could not probably because I had my own challenges back then. Anyways, so the whole thing that now that my parents have to answer saying that what is your son doing? When somebody asks and they'll be like, he's doing something or that. I did not know how would they behave, how would they answer. So what I decided at that point in time is that I decided I'll work. So I took a year off, and that was my first job. At the age of 16, I worked at a BPO for 8 months. It was can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
So that was the best phase of
it was crashing.
So what I said is, after my PU, I could not clear my PU. That time I had a year and I didn't know what to do. And instead of coming back home, I thought I'd probably stay in Bangalore and work for a bit, so that I don't have to be in front of parents and in front of people asking a lot of questions. So I thought being absconding was a good idea. But then that really helped me, man. Seriously, that 1 year of work that I did at a very early age, I was the youngest employee. Even I should not be saying this, but people can know who is my first employer.
Yeah.
But back then I did not have a 10+2 marks card. So the job consultancy guy gave me a marks card, Xerox copy of a marks card, and he said, just go and sit. 3 months you don't leave the job. The 4th month you can leave because he'll get his commission in 3 months. He said, 3 months you don't leave the job. 4th month you come back to me to the 4th month. I'll find you another job. He had told me.
Yes,
but it was quite risky, but then it was fun.
Yeah.
So yes, answering to you, it was quietly, honestly, a lot of pressure, considering how parents would deal with it. But then I think today, I think my parents would not have really mattered. It would not have really mattered to them. But
for a person to become something, there are some harsh stages which you have to go through, and you'll have to listen a lot during that time. So that was your phase, my phase also at time, but now things have changed. So everything is changed now. You have your own company. So next, going to the next question. Being brought up in the Canara Coastal Belt, what's your fondest memory that connects you to this place?
What's the fondest memory that connects me to Canara? There are so many goddamn things that connect me to Canara and connect all of us to Canara, because being on this, like you rightly say, coastal vibes. The vibes of the coast are insane.
Insane, yeah.
So it's a great experience. My friends and my colleagues and people at work, and even my clients sometimes who follow me on social media, they're very jealous that I stay on the banks of a river. So all it takes is a photograph early in the morning to piss them off, especially when they don't have your invoices cleared on time. All you have to do is send them a nice picture of from your or post on Facebook, and they already are on their.
Sujay is sending a heart, when you're talking big heart.
Sujay, he's one of the finest DJs we have in and around.
Welcome, Sujay.
Undoubtedly one of the best.
That's good. Unfortunately, even I'm from Kemman, so I know how it is. How things are.
Why is it unfortunately that you're from Kemman? You should say fortunately I am also from Kemman.
Yeah, fortunately.
Stop, bro.
No, you guys. I think you had your childhood there, but I was not much in Kemman in my childhood. I had switching between states and stuff. So for my education. But anyways, going on to the next set of question. Okay, so what would you call as your biggest accomplishments in your life? What would you?
Till today, you're saying, like accomplishment till today?
Yeah, till today.
My biggest accomplishment till today, I see my brother posting a lot of smileys. Anyways, my biggest accomplishment till today, I'd say, is to have to be able to have a company, a small company of my own, and that's what I was just saying in my earlier answer. Winston Ricky has joined.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Very
so
welcome.
what I was saying is, yeah. So what I was saying is that, starting a company of my own and having somebody work with you and getting clients to like your work.
Okay.
There is nothing greater than that,
Yeah.
and also having a very good and healthy relationship with friends and family, especially who are tremendous pillars of support for me. So all that is an accomplishment. Having that
you're right.
and able to kind of enjoy that is an accomplishment myself.
Okay, DJ Sujay says Coastal Vibe Talks. Thank you, Sujay. Hello, Vernon. There are a lot of guests joining. So, hello to everyone. We won't be able to say helloing. Anyways, people who are joining, hello. You're free to, question Vivek, or you have any questions to him. You're free to drop in the comment
I
section.
don't think that's a good idea. But yeah, I'm also having a look who are the people who are joining. Anyways, Winston.
We'll try to answer them if time permits. Sure. Going forward, you started working at the age of 16. What was your first job?
As I said, it was a call center job. It was a BPO. It was a BPO job with a very good company, one of the best then. And my job was to manage pissed off clients who would call when their credit card machines don't work. So they'd call when they have customers standing right in front of them, waiting, and they're trying to swipe and they're not able to swipe. That is when they used to call me. So they're already very irritated or pissed people calling you. So that was my first job. It was fun. It was interesting. But the only thing is that a lot of the times the problem would be that these people would not have switched on the plug at the wall or something as basic as that. Yeah, so it was a good job. That was my first job, and it was like I said, it was a fake start.
Normally, like first job, people remember a lot. I got my first job there. So you have such kind of thing which goes on in your mind where
No, I get what you're saying, Arul. But for me, that was not my first job in the career that I do. That was my first work. But in my field, in what I do right now, in PR, public relations or corporate communications, my first job was the company called Perfect Relations. That was right after my college, after I did my graduation. I did my journalism and mass communication from Manipal University, from MIC, one of the finest colleges in India. The 6th best now as per India Today ranking. So I'm doing some plugins for all of them. So after that, I got a job in Perfect Relations in Mumbai. That was my first job, and like you said, I have very fond memories of work from there.
Okay, good. So you worked 2 part-time jobs alongside your college education, I guess. Why did you do it? Did it help?
See, the thing is, those part-time jobs were more to do with, like, I was an anchor in a channel. In Channel U, I used to anchor. It's a part-time job. It was not like a full-time job. In fact, 3 part-time jobs I was juggling in between. I was also running a website called Manipal World News back then. I was the admin of the website. And I could proudly say that that company has borne all my expenses during my college. Like all the parties that I had and all the fun that I had was sponsored by them. After I left, the website shut down, unfortunately, and it's not like I didn't see that coming. But
There's a question for you here, Vivek. I think our own friend Dinraj is asking. Vivek, what is the secret of your energy?
Dinraj is a very good friend. I'd say the secret of my energy is I don't know, man. There is no secret, There's a lot of energy. There's no secret for that. I'm just like that. That's how I am.
Yeah. Everyone has their own thing. So fine. Okay. I have.
So that was the 2 jobs. Question. Sorry.
Okay. Some viewer is asking. Winston Ricky, what is a reason to leave Dream City, Mumbai? Were you in Mumbai? I didn't know this.
Very easy, man. Okay, what's the reason to leave Mumbai? Back then, I had a very solid opportunity opening up in Bangalore. And I used to
Okay.
stay in Milagros Mangalorean Society in Bandra in Bombay. It was probably the most amazing place one can be staying in Bombay. You're staying right at Bandstand, right where Salman Khan was apparently not driving the car, and and yeah, it was like great fun. So yeah, so I was in Bombay, but I got a very good opportunity in Bangalore. It was an internal job transfer, so I said why not. That's the reason I came to Bangalore.
Okay, I hope Winston got your answer.
Yeah.
If yes, then thumbs up. Okay.
Yeah.
You started your first business at the age of 22. I think. Tell us more about SWAT. A SWAT truck which
SWAT.
you had.
Yes,
Yeah.
SWAT food truck.
SWAT,
So after working for 2 years in Perfect Relations, that's my first company. My friends Jimson and Leoma, who were classmates with me in Christ College. So yeah, there was a small phase where I did hotel management for 6 months. So yeah, then that didn't work out for me. But I had made a couple of friends from there, and these friends had kind of wanted to start a venture. They wanted to start a food truck. I told them, why don't you get me a part of the food truck?
Yeah.
And I can probably help with the promotions and the marketing and that part of it, because that's what I do in PR and communications.
Yeah.
So they said yes, why not? And then we joined in together and we started this business. It was one of the first curbside gourmet food truck in Bangalore, where you could get proper fine dining kind of food dished off a food truck. So this is a very popular culture in the West, where you kind of get some amazing burgers and some great food. And we wanted to bring that culture here more as a stepping foot for the brand to kind of grow into a larger chain probably in the future.
Yeah.
So what we did is we started a menu that was completely not available anywhere in Bangalore at the moment. So we were the first ones to get authentic beef burgers. We brought in corn dogs, we brought in deep fried Oreos, deep fried Snickers, fish and chips, and all these things which were like not available at the quality they're supposed to be given and at a nominal price.
Okay.
So yes,
Okay,
starting the food truck was a great experience. That was my first entrepreneurial debut. The first job.
Okay, so you got a lot of experience from there, which carried you forward to a lot of new things. Okay, coming to the thing, as previously someone had mentioned, you're an all-rounder. Yeah, we can, we consult. How did this happen?
How did we consult happen?
Yeah.
All credit for We Consult to happen. My current company to happen should go to my colleague Ryan. Ryan is my colleague who really is the backbone and the whole, probably I could say, is the co-founder of the company. It was his plan. So I always wanted to remain as a freelancer. So I wanted to maintain the whole gig setup where you come in as you have expertise in something. You come in with that expertise, you finish your job and you walk off. You don't have to probably deal with those clients throughout the time, and you get exposure to work with a lot of clients if you work this model. Okay. You're not fixed to somebody, right? You're not taking salary from somebody. You are free to work with anybody. You don't have a contract with anybody. So I can do a project with somebody today. Tomorrow morning there's a different kind of project. I can work with them. So the type of work that I do involves working with different kind of people. Today I could be working with the politician, supporting his PR and whole media communications part of it. Tomorrow I might be working for a corporate company, or day after tomorrow I might be working for an author. So my job role changes every time. The only thing is it is to do with the communications and managing communication. So I thought probably I can do it as a freelancer. Yeah, it did make sense to start a company. But then Ryan is the one who said, I think for people to take us seriously and for us to be able to look very professional, we should at least have a name and brand it. And one led to the other, and today we are a full service company registered and having a team, a good sizable team, and we work with, but we still prefer to work with a lot of freelancers because that works out for us. If there is a shoot in some city or there is some work in some city, I'd rather have a freelancer from that city work for me than sending someone from here to there. And all that stuff.
That's a good thing. Okay.
So that's been the journey.
Apart from this, you also MC event. How has that experience of being on stage been?
See, MC is a thing of the past. So I used to love doing it. But I do not MC events anymore because I think that there are some amazing people who are updated with how things are, how things work, how cultures work, and how people like it. and they're doing it really well. Why do something you're not very, very, very good at while you can spend all your time doing that? So that's the reason I have slowly taken a back foot from MC. I do a few weddings in Bangalore, any Konkani or Konkani English weddings, Konkani weddings, or friends who have probably asked me long time back, and who really have a personal connection and want you for personal reasons rather than any other thing. In such cases, yes, definitely I volunteer, and that is more from the heart rather than looking at it from a returns perspective. But yeah, emceeing was fun, like you are experiencing it now, doing all this conversation and all this stuff.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good. Okay. Dinraj has an other question. He came up with a other question. Vivek, how are you always? How are you always a high spirit?
How are you always of high spirits? See, it doesn't take spirit to get you high. It is the spirit inside you that takes you higher. So there is no. So he's just, because it is around 8 p.m. So he's trying to kind of indicate that it's time for some beer.
Yeah, we know what he meant. So okay, jokes apart. But who are your role models and inspirations in life? Like why would you have a role model and inspiration? Like, if you could tell.
See, role models. Everybody has hundreds of role models. For me personally, I'd say my parents and my family are my role models, because I draw a lot of inspiration from them. Not just for the way they have brought me up, but also for the people that they are. The kind of attitude they share and all this stuff. So I see them to be my role models. Apart from that, professionally, yes, definitely. When you're talking professionally, there are different kind of people you look up to in every profession. There are multiple role models that way. But as inspiration, I'd say probably I take my parents to be inspiration. And let me share a very interesting thing that I know about my parents. I've shared this many places. It's been 29 years. I'm 29 years old, and I've never seen in these 29 years I've never seen my parents have a serious argument, fight kind of, there is arguments, but I've never seen like it going beyond control between my parents. We as children have made them angry and all this stuff. That happens, and that's our job as children. But I have never seen them fight, so I take that as to be a very big inspiration for me. That's why I look up to them a lot.
Okay, that's nice. Wilbert comes up with a question. How many girlfriends you have, it seems?
Wilbert? Who is this? How many girlfriends? I do not have multiple girlfriends. I just have one girlfriend.
That's nice. Okay, rewinding back, you had your recent, don't know, in Christ College you had your speech or something like that. How was that experience? In Christ College, I exactly don't know what was it, but how was that experience?
So I'll tell you something very interesting. So the thing is, I'm a part of an organization called Candor Entrepreneurs, which is entrepreneurs organization based out of Bangalore. And as a part of college reach out program, or a part of like a MOU kind of a thing that the college has with this organization, I go to different colleges to kind of speak to them on PR and communications. So I've gone to St. Joseph's College of Management, I've gone to Christ College, I've gone to Mount Carmel, so 3-4 colleges. So I just talk to them on my subject, that is public relations and communications. On my subject, I take a 1-hour lecture, and that's a part of their course. So I've had the fortune of having my neighbors and friends in one of the classes. And I have, so Blynel, my neighbor, was in St. Joseph's, and he was in the class one day. I think Blynel and somebody else, two of them, whether I can't recall who else. Blynel and Alton both were in.
Alton,
Blynel and Alton were both in the class. So that was a great experience. But for me, that is very challenging. That was very challenging because students look up to you as if you have achieved something in life. But honestly, you are just figuring out how things work. You have not really achieved anything. So every time when I go there, I say, see, I'm not here because I've achieved something. I'm here because to share what I have done and what I understand according to me, so that you can take some learnings from my life and probably not do the mistakes I did. I've done a lot of mistakes when it comes to business and entrepreneurship and work. But sharing my story in such a way that they know that they should not do these mistakes. That is probably the reason I go into these colleges, but it's fun. Yeah.
Okay, I'm here with my coffee. If you want to cheers. Or you have something
Where is
else
my
to say?
coffee? My spot boys had not got me the coffee.
Cheers, everyone. Cheers to all the viewers with the coffee.
Cheers to the viewers. I'm so sorry. Sorry guys, I'm not carrying my coffee mug, but cheers to all of you.
Yeah.
Are you
Only
sure
the
what's in that mug is coffee?
Yeah, it is. It is. I can.
What do you say? Oliver D'Souza is on the chat. He's very active on the chat. So Oliver D'Souza, here again and glass full of coffee na.
Because here we don't get what you're thinking. It's been 8 or 9 months.
No. What do
Okay.
what do you think I'm thinking? How do you know what I'm thinking?
At this point of time, OM it seems, Oliver.
Oliver
Okay,
OM.
someone is asking, okay, again, Vincent comes up with the question, how was your experience traveling in Mumbai local?
How was your experience? Okay, so Mumbai locals was fun, man, because I used to stay in Bandra and my office used to be in Dadar. I know why he's asking all these stupid questions, but I'll still make a very sober answer out of it. It's fun. You don't have to get into the train, you don't have to get out of the train. All you have to do is stand in the front, and it's automated system. They take you in and they get you out. Yeah.
Okay, coming back to the interview, which you had recently with Praveen, I guess. So how was that? How did it all go? This.
Also, Preeti Praveen is a client of mine. She's an author. If you guys have not checked out her book, you should definitely check out her book. Her book is called Cross Connection. It's a real life story, her real life story, which is more dramatic than DDLJ and any other movie. And it is a must read if you guys are all emotional and all sentimental and all lovebirds and all that stuff. That's a book you must read. So I'm doing some plug-in for my clients also. But yeah, that was an interview that we conducted so that we can kind of tell her story to the world. And yeah, it was an amazing interview. It's there on my timeline. It's there on YouTube. You can find it.
Yes, guys, if you have time, just go to Vivek's timeline and you can scroll and you can find it. Okay, before going to rapid fire, I have an announcement to make to the viewers. Okay, well, there's something interesting coming up after photography contest. Yes, it was supposed to happen today, but we thought we'll have it with full power, which will be sponsored by VConsult itself. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different and very much exciting. We'll be having prizes given to the winners. This is going to be something different from Coastal Vibes. So follow us and stay tuned for the updates regarding this. Okay. Again, recently we had posted just a few minutes, Vivek. I just want to tell some. When this topic came, I thought I'll get this out. Recently, we had come out with a poster, posted something called Vocal for Local. Yeah, it's a hashtag. It's common, but what we try to do is any startup or any business, maybe it might be small or big. Every person while starting, there's a lot of stress which the person goes through, and so we are there to help you out. You all can reach us out to all the viewers, and you can share it with your friends too. You can reach us out at the email coastalvibesindia@gmail.com or DM us on our Instagram channel. Anyways, thank you, Vivek, for this sponsorship for the contest.
You called me as a guest, bro. That's the least I could do from my side.
No, it's fine. We are very grateful for that from Coastal Vibes. Yeah, rapid fire. Your first question comes like this. Any memory you have of me which you have never forgotten?
How many do you want?
It's okay, you can. Yeah.
Okay. There are so many memories of you, but I think you were involved in a very fatal accident once.
Yeah.
So that really, was like a very big news, and we were like all very
Yeah. That is
that is a standout. When you say Arel, oh, that's a accident.
Okay, fine, good. Okay, I just want to be naughty at the next question. Little naughty. Any plans of getting married soon?
Why are you being naughty for me to get married? Anyways, the plan is not for this year for sure. It was I kind of wanted to kind of get married when I touch 30, and I'll be touching 30 next year. So probably next year. Don't know. Let's see.
Okay. Fine. Good. Okay. Next question. Who do you admire the most and why?
See, admire is a very wide term. You can give many meanings to admire.
Yeah.
But I can say I admire Arul for your dedication.
Yes. Okay. Me. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. What makes you angry? Like, what gets you annoying? Like angry or anything specific?
Angry when you expect the other person to use their brain sometimes, but they fail to do it for whatsoever reason. Where when they know the answer, but yet they are very lost
Yeah.
just because of some temporary things that that hold them back. That definitely
Yeah.
annoys me and pisses me off to the core. Apart from that, I'm not a really angry young man. So I don't get angry very regularly.
Okay, fine. The next question: Bangalore or Kemman, if you have to choose, and why?
Come on, any day, bro. Hometown. Coastal vibes.
Coastal vibes. Okay. Your favorite cartoon character in childhood, if you watch cartoons, of course.
If I watch cartoons, my favorite character was, I'd say, I liked Jerry, bro. Jerry was like
Jerry. Yeah.
sober
Tom
guy,
and
nice
Jerry.
guy. Yeah, Tom and Jerry, like peaceful guy.
Too much
Used to run
cunningness
around.
there, Tom and Jerry.
That is survival
Tom-
instinct, bro. You have to survive, bro. And Mr. India, Mr. India. Oh yes,
Mr.
Mr. India. It's not a
We
cartoon,
didn't-
but I am a very big fan of Mr. India.
Dinraj is like Chota Bean.
So that must be his inspiration. Now his cartoon. He used to watch. I did watch.
Okay, we'll get back to the viewers in a while after we finish this. Next question: clubbing or house party, and why?
House party any day, bro. I'm not a clubbing person. I don't like going out and partying at loud music. I like home parties, barbecues, good music, and that is more of my kind of thing than going out.
Okay. Are you a morning? Next question: Are you a morning or night person?
I am a person. I am a 24-hour person. Depends upon what the situation is. If it requires me to get up in the morning, like now, probably I wake up early in the mornings because I have something to do in the mornings which I can't miss. So otherwise, when I'm in Bangalore, usually I wake up at around 10, 11. Earl is saying afternoon. Earl was my roommate in Bangalore, so he knows. Everybody is replying afternoon. Yeah, so I start my day at 11. 10 o'clock I wake up,
Okay.
11 I start my day. My day ends at 3 in the morning. So that used to be my schedule in Bangalore.
When you said this, I remember once I had come to your place and it was
Yeah.
a party
Suited up.
which we had, and I know after that also I think I had come and
Yeah, after that you would come once. Yeah.
yeah, so we woke up in the afternoon. Like in fact, everyone slept in the morning, and yeah, I just recall that memory, so I thought I would share. Okay.
Noon is the new
any
morning.
any love failures in life?
Oh, this is not really rapid fire. This is too much of fire. But anyway, good. Love failures are a part of everyone's life. So
Yeah.
definitely yes, I've had love failures in life, and that has been stepping stones for. Probably that will be stepping stones for greater success. Yes.
Okay. So, which would be your favorite travel destination?
Favorite travel destination: Chikmagalur. I have gone to
Chikmagalur.
Chikmagalur with friends, and okay. So
Lot of
Chikmagalur
questions
is
are
one
coming.
of the favorite travel destination. Munnar, I have gone. Kasol is a place I like going. Himachal, Manali, and Leh, Ladakh. All these areas are.
Okay,
areas I
nice.
like.
Okay. If you have to go internationally somewhere, which would be your?
I've not had the fortune of going abroad, bro. Very domestic person I am.
Okay. Oliver is like Malpe, Bai Baku, Delta Point, Manipal. What all answers we are getting? From the
No,
viewers, right?
the thing is, Oliver likes to go to Malpe. Oliver, Dinraj, all these people like to go to Malpe for specific reasons. Everybody has. Oliver is a fish enthusiast. He likes fishes too. So he goes to Malpe especially to get fish and all that. Dinraj has his mama's house in Malpe, so he goes very frequently there. So yeah, that way. So yeah,
Someone called Sayan Tani, I don't know, I think your friend, saying, please come on radio once. They would want to hear on radio as well, I guess.
yeah, after that, if you come down, she put a like laughing emoticon. So I'm guessing she's being sarcastic. But
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, if I get a chance, definitely on radio, man. Why not? More the merrier.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, finally, I think I'm done.
You're done.
Nothing much.
Okay.
Finally,
Nice,
what's your message to the Coastal Vibes and all viewers out here? What you would like to say?
It's glad to know that something like this exists. Okay, firstly. Secondly, congratulations for taking such an initiative. You know, it takes a lot of courage to really dedicate time for something that is not really for the money. It's for more of the passion. You know, it's something
Yeah.
more to do with the real that really gives you a lot of joy. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So even though you have a full-time job and you really have a lot of work, putting out so much of effort, and I know this because you contacted me so much in advance. You contacted me a month and a half back. But then that point in time, there were some reasons why I could not possibly join you. But thank you so much, man, for having me over. I don't think I don't think the session has gone downward. I think it's been a great session because I enjoyed doing this session, you know, talking to you and having this conversation. It was so much fun. But yeah, to you, really proud of what you're doing, and keep up the good work. And not it takes a lot of courage for people to do this. See, people can start stuff, you know, and I have done a lot of stuff like this where I started it but not taken it forward. But you have been doing this for the last month and a half with a lot of passion and dedication. Just see how you can make your next show better than this one. You know,
Yes, sure.
I have seen you transition from your show one. I have seen all the shows that you have done. You have real fire for and real flair for pulling this off. So I think you should really, put more time, effort, probably involve more like-minded people who can really be a part of your team.
Yes,
Get more
sure.
people to engage with you, and that's not very difficult. Wilbert is suggesting you should share some memes, probably like some, Tulu memes or something like that. Put some good coastal content out and get all of us, the, coastal people together. And, tomorrow morning when somebody is like, bro, if you're from the coast, you have to, follow Coastal Vibes. If you're not on Coastal Vibes,
Yes.
you're not from the coast.
Yeah, sure. We'll try to, the thing is like, I'm evolving in my work stuff. So when I'm busy, I'm not able to give much time. So Saturdays I get time, Friday, Saturday I have off. But I make some time so that, I'll try to come up with...
Man, good.
We'll try to come up.
Good. Yeah, reach out to people who are willing to collab, and there are so many
Yes.
people on this show right now, and I've been seeing people joining in. Thank you so much, guys. All of you all for joining us. You've been with us for so long. All my friends, to Oliver D'Souza probably, who has posted more than 500 comments in the whole video already, just to make sure that the video gets a lot of traction. Thank you, Oliver. You're a great source of inspiration to all of us. But anyways, guys, so like to all of you all who really spent your time here, to Vincent, to all of you all who asked the questions. I'm sorry if I'm missing out any names, but to all of you guys, thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you for joining us. Do support Coastal Vibes, join Coastal Vibes, and tell your friends about Coastal Vibes. Tell them that there is such an awesome channel that's there, and there is this so good content that's going out here. And give him ideas, give him suggestions, and reach out to him for collaborations. If you have any idea, why don't you guys join in?
Yes, sure. We are always ready to accept it. And thank you, Vivek, for being
Thanks,
on our
man.
show.
Thanks
Very
for having me.
thankful to you. Very thankful. We are very glad. Thank
Thanks.
you. Stay safe. Good night from here, and see you soon. Maybe in another 3 months or 4 months if everything goes fine. So it's until then.
Bless.
Bye bye. Take care. See ya. Good night.
Inshallah. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Take
Yeah.
care. Bye bye.
Thank you, viewers. Bye bye. Take care. Yes, guys, thank you so much for being on live. Keep supporting us this way. We will meet you next week, same time, 7:30 p.m. Do follow us for interesting content. It's me, Arul, signing off for today. See you next week. Bye-bye.